Hello everyone, I'm Dishan Sangmo with my mentor Ravi Srinivasan. Before I dive into my capstone for spring 2021, I'd like to thank you, Bahar, Pat, Hal, and the SBE family for enhancing my youth experience. I was able to acquire a new family away from home. The journey from freshman to a graduating senior would not have been possible without you all, especially during this pandemic. I personally think that the SB family has a very strong sense of community and friendliness, making it welcoming and fulfilling. Small things from knowing the name of a student to going to trips to Atlanta and doing projects together has always made me feel included and valued, and I am truly grateful for that. On the other hand, the pandemic has taught us so many things, starting from resilience to social responsibilities. It has taught us that what kind of models succeed in such times versus not. A good example will be in the case of Gator Badminton Club, for which I am president of. It was only during the pandemic that we came to realize that our model for fundraising was very limited, depending heavily on tournaments, thus leading to failure to meet the expectations. But fortunately, we had enough reserves and managed to fundraise through donations. This example shows how a system can fail when heavily depending on only one concept. Thus, diversification is essential. Likewise, when it comes to the built environment, we need to have a multidimensional approach to help mitigate climate change. At the current moment, the building sector is responsible for more than one third of the greenhouse gas emissions. Although a major contributor to climate change, I believe we have the ability to change that by approaching the built environment through diverse solutions that will benefit people, planet, and profit. During my 4 years with SPE, I've come to learn that it is possible to have a building that can enhance the occupant's experience while being sustainable and profitable. Thus, of the many solutions to mitigate climate change through the built environment, I decided to do my capstone on carbon neutral and negative building materials. For the capstone, I specifically focused on carbon emissions of traditional versus alternative building materials for Rinker Hall. I was able to acquire material specifications with the help of my mentor Ravi and was able to perform life cycle assessment using Athena Impact Estimator. During the research, I came to find that in terms of carbon emissions, there are several building materials with lower carbon emissions than the traditional ones. For instance, I found that concrete with 20% fly ash can result in almost 50% less carbon dioxide. Similarly, using bamboo can help replace aluminum window frames and metal wall cladding. On the other hand, wood can be a good replacement of structural steel if managed sustainably, while straw bale can be used for insulation. Of the materials I looked into, wood, straw bale, and bamboo were close to being carbon neutral. Another interesting finding was that hempcrete blocks are carbon negative. These results were all based in terms of carbon emissions, and I do acknowledge the challenges associated with the building materials, which could include cost, practicality, physical, and structural properties. However, this capstone can serve as a good reference for future research, thus leading us to finding better solutions for a more sustainable future. And lastly, I came to learn a lot from this capstone project and hope to utilize it after my graduation as I enter the working industry. Thank you all, and let's all work towards creating a better planet through a sustainable, affordable, and healthy built environment.